After many years my son Albert Wesker finally found me in our village, and then my son Carl Heisenberg Spencer told me telepathically, "Father, there's a stranger in town with blonde hair and black sunglasses and a black trench coat and suit claiming to be your son, and he also said he's my big brother, he's asking for you." And we attacked him like we do a lot of people that we think are a threat, but we can't beat him, he's very strong and powerful like me, and I can't kill him. And then I said, "Stand down boy, don't attack him anymore, wait for me, he's your half brother, his name is Albert Wesker, he is your older brother, wait for me and don't do anything else." And then Carl Heisenberg Spencer said, "But father, he's attacked us." And I said, "Just do as I said boy, wait for me, don't do anything else. I'm flying down there." And then Carl smirked and said, "You're flying down here?" And I said, "Yes." And then he smiled big and said, "Well, I have nothing to worry about then." And then Carl smirked and said, "Father will be down here shortly, big brother, we were ordered not to attack you anymore." And then I flew down to our village in my giant muscular demonic man dragon form, and when Wesker and his men saw me standing in my monster form, they all got a bit scared and very nervous, and even my son got an uneasy feeling. And then I said, "Hello Albert, how are you these days son, how's your brothers and sisters doing?" And then he said, "They are all doing very well, no thanks to you, you were supposed to marry our mother but you left them all behind for these people." And then I said, "Please don't hurt them, they're your brothers and sisters." And then Albert screamed with great anger and rage, and he said, "I don't even know these people and I should kill them all, but I'm willing to allow them to go on living for you, not them. I could care less about these people, you're the only one I care about, you're my father, and you're also a very valuable asset to Umbrella, and you have every deadly Umbrella virus inside of you, and you are the perfect vessel and incubator for every one of Umbrella's deadly viruses." And then I asked him, "Where's your team?" And then he told me if I don't comply with his demands, they are all ordered to capture me. And then he said, "They are all nearby waiting for my orders to capture you if you don't come willingly." And then I said, "Albert son, I have a family here and I can't just leave, they need me." And then Albert Wesker took out his special gun designed to knock out people like me, and he said, "You don't get it, I'm not here to ask you to do it, I'm telling you. You will come with us to the hive in Raccoon City, and if you don't comply I will be forced to make you come with me." And then I said, "Son, I can't, my family needs me." And then Albert Wesker screamed with great anger at me, and he said, "Me and my family needed you, and where were you? You abandoned us, and I needed my father, and so did my brothers and sisters." And I said, "I'm sorry son, I couldn't come back, please forgive me, please don't hurt your brothers and sisters in this village, please spare their lives." And then he said, "I won't kill them for you." And then Carl Heisenberg Spencer began to growl, and he said, "Leave our village now." And then Albert Wesker said, "Silence dog, I wasn't speaking to you." And then I said, "Stand down boy, he sent people here to capture me." And then he said, "But father, we need to stop him." And then Albert Wesker shot Carl with gas and some type of tranquilizer, and then I got angry and I roared angrily, and my wives Lady Dimitrescu and Mother Miranda both felt my pain and heard my roar, and so did my daughters. And then by time they got there it was already too late, my son Albert Wesker had captured me and he was now carrying me on to his big helicopter. And when Mother Miranda showed up, Albert Wesker ordered his men to hold her off, and my wife Mother Miranda tried to get me back, but the Umbrella soldiers and mercenaries came prepared, and they all shot my wife with tranquilizers that would kill an ordinary human. And then she loudly, "No you bastards," and she didn't want to give up, but tranquilizers were too powerful for her to endure. And then Albert Wesker said, "That's what I thought. I knew our tranquilizers would work." And he smirked and said, "I have what I came for, and it's time to go home father, because mother wants to see you." 2 hours later my wife Lady Dimitrescu was able to wake up Mother Miranda and my son Carl Heisenberg Spencer, and she asked her, "Where is he, where's our husband?" And then she said, "I tried to get him back but a man claiming to be his son captured him." And then Lady Dimitrescu said, "Yes, I know about them already, because our husband told me about the family he left behind before he met me. He was going to marry someone else before he came here, but he never got the chance because he met us, but not before he got that other woman pregnant. Her name was Veronica Rose Wesker, and she had many of his children, and she found out that our husband was immortal and she took his blood."